Hello, my name is Celie Lawrence, and I live in Portsmouth, Ohio, which is the southern part of Ohio. I'm originally from Columbus, but relocated to Portsmouth to live with my son due to my illness, which is called Devic syndrome, which is similar to multiple sclerosis, or it's in the multiple sclerosis family. My family consists of myself, my youngest son, his wife, and my three grandchildren, two girls and one boy. Ages are 10, 5, and 5. I love spending time with them and especially reading to the children. We do a lot of Dr. Seuss books. I am studying information technology, and I plan to start my own business from home after I graduate in 2020. It's approximate graduation. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't need to see that much of my face, I'm sure. Um, my goal for this class is to sharpen my techniques for speaking in public. Although I have been in the workforce for over 35 years, um, I haven't worked since I've had this illness, which was 2005. So I am a bit rusty and can need all the brushing up I can get. Now, my life-changing event was when I actually contracted this illness, or actually found out that I was ill. I was at work at the time that it happened, and it totally threw everybody completely off guard, including me, especially me. Um, I lost my eyesight in both eyes while I was at work. They had to rush me to the emergency room where I was seen by two doctors in the ER, in the trauma section. Um, what was going on with me was baffling to everybody. They had no idea what was going on. They started running all these different blood tests and whatnot, and nobody was being able to come up with an answer. I had to have a spinal tap done, all kinds of stuff. I was in the hospital for 1 week, completely blind in both eyes. Um, Up on the day before I was released from the hospital, one of the doctors came up with a partial diagnosis, which was myoptic optica. Um, at that time, they scheduled an appointment for me to see the head ophthalmologist at Ohio University Hospital. Um, Needless to say, I was completely freaked out, but I had to maintain my composure and keep cool. After I went to see this doctor at OSU, she basically kind of put all the pieces to the puzzle together and came up with my diagnosis, which is neuromyelitis optica, short name Devic syndrome, or NMO. Um, I've had this illness since 2005. The second phase of the illness hit the latter part of 2005, and my son came to Columbus to pick me up after I got out of the hospital for that stay. And I came down to Portsmouth, and the illness actually got worse. I became paralyzed from my neck down. Um, there was no neurologist here in Portsmouth at that time. There was a visiting neurologist that happened to be at the hospital that I was at, which was Southern Ohio Medical Center. And he decided to try this treatment on me. It was a 5-day treatment. It was a 5-day bottle hang to try to get the illness under control at that particular time. Each bottle of this medication was $5,000 a piece. You do the math. $25,000. That was just for this particular medication. I was in the hospital from November 30th, 2005 until January the 16th, 2006. Including when I was in the hospital in Columbus, I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's in the hospital. Um, I was actually had no mobility at all from my neck down, except my right hand was spastic. It just moved around when it felt like it, how it felt like it. So, needless to say, it was a very trying time for me, especially since I really didn't understand the illness and what I was going to have to be dealing with. But um, one of the things that I found that was reassuring for me is the fact that I had and have faith. I knew that at that particular time that my um, mission and my life was not over with, and I had came to the conclusion that even if I ended up being in a wheelchair for the remainder of my life, that my life was not over. That I knew that God was not through with me, because He actually, and I know this in my spirit, He actually put this on me to sit me down because I was doing too much and I was not doing things the way that I knew that God wanted me to do them. This was a very hard lesson for me because I had just decided to go off and do things on my own, and I knew better. So I'm very happy that God put this on me in order to get my focus back where it should have been and never left, because He never left me, although I did turn my back on Him. Um, I am a family oriented woman. I'm 58 years old. I'm a great grandmother now, and I have three sons, two of which live down here. And um, that about covers it about me. Thank you.